Even Trevor Noah said that will not happen.
Trevor Noah said this would have never happened to Trump?
No one was ever ignoring Donald Trump's calls. Yeah, because if you ignored Donald Trump's calls, you didn't know how he would respond.
What's up, y'all? It's Macho.
And I'm Savery.
And you're watching.
Winks with a Nobody. Join us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Share us and hit that like button as we break down politics and culture Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
They live near chemical plants that, in fact, pollute, chemical plants and oil plants and refineries that pollute. I used to live near that when I was growing up in Claymont, Delaware.
There is a price to pay for democracy.
And all the more oil refineries in Marcus Hook and the Delaware River than there is any place, including in Houston at the time.
You got to stand with your friends.
When my mom get in the car and when there was first frost to drive me to school, turn in the windshield wiper, there'd be oil slick in the window. That's why so many people in my state were dying and getting cancer.
And as everybody knows, even in your personal life, being loyal to those friendships based on common principles and values, sometimes it's difficult.
The fact is, those frontline communities, it doesn't matter what you're paying them, it matters how you keep them safe.
Often it ain't easy. But that's what the friendship is about, based on shared values. So that's what we're doing.
What do? And you impose restrictions on the pollutants, the pollutants coming out of those fence line communities.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Here we are.
Man, Savery, I got something real quick. I went to I got myself a Corona extract real quick. I went to the store.
Got myself some whiskey, old fashioned. You feel me?
Wait, what is that?
Yo, let's not do this. I got an old fashioned. Let's not do this today, Macho. I know you're the drink master, but this is,
Yo, so what we drink into today is why in the hood is the freaking gas prices so expensive, bro? Like,
yo,
that's serious. Like, it's looking pretty scarce right now, right?
What's the last dream price that you remember? What's that price that you're like, wow, it was normal to you. You didn't expect it to go, and what is it now?
Wait, listen, I copped the whip like around, I want to say May of 2020. So when I went to fill the tank, it was like $20, bro. I got a 14-gallon tank.
$20? That's not bad.
It was $20 to fill the tank. And I'm like, okay, that's great. So now I go fill my tank, bro. That joint costs like $50.
Nah, more than 2 times the price,
bro.
You pay,
bro.
You think I'm playing? Jersey has less expensive gas. So if it's not even worth it to come to Jersey, that's how you know gas prices are high. Let me just leave that there, because gas prices are crazy in Jersey. We're almost at 5 in some places here. So, hey.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on, but based off what I read here, I was reading in this article here, at the root of the price increases for gasoline, as with so many other products, is the coronavirus pandemic. This is what they're doing. You see this? The coronavirus pandemic. Since the initial economic wallop from the virus in the spring of 2020, demand for gasoline has risen steadily as business activity has increased. Yet supply hasn't been able to recover as quickly thanks to delays in restoring drilling capacity, higher transportation costs, and sluggish production increases. That's what they're going at.
All right. So that's what they want. That's the angle they want to take. It has nothing. Yeah. There's a war on oil. What I mean by that is they're making it more difficult for Americans and people who drill, fracking. You heard that term a lot during debates. These are things, leasing of land, a lot more red tape.
Wait,
so this started before.
What is fracking? Just to be honest.
Well, yeah. So fracking is part of how we get our produce our own oil in America, right?
Mhm.
So fracking is an entire business where they're drilling and fracking, and we're producing our own oil, right? It's
So
much to the business
they're
outside
drilling
of that, but
into
it helps America.
they're drilling into the ground is what you're saying.
Yeah, which the Go Green people say this is bad for the environment. So that started a whole campaign about, hey, let's stop fracking, let's go energy independent, let's go green, solar panels. But for the economy, it's no good if you stop fracking, right? Because it reduces our production,
Mm.
right? And we already consume in America more oil than we actually produce. So that's already a problem off the bat in America. We consume more than we, so when you have that kind of problem, you have
Oh.
to think a little bit creative, right? Which is why they're blaming who they blame right there, coronavirus,
They're
right? Or
blaming
what?
coronavirus at first. Yeah, you saw how they slithered that
But
in,
you know
right?
who else they're blaming now?
What's that?
The big corporate, my brother,
What corporate?
Russia.
Wait, they're blaming Russia right now?
Oh no, like directly, right? So Biden has a clip. Hey, Mr. President, what are you gonna do about oil prices? My man looked at them in the eye and said, "Man, we can do. Ask Russia."
Gonna go up. Can't do much right now. Russia's responsible. Russia's responsible. Russia's responsible.
That ain't me. Oh man, what a disaster when I hear that. Oh, at least lie to us.
I will do everything in my power to limit the pain the American people are feeling at the gas pump. I'm going to do everything I can to minimize Putin's price hike here at home.
That's how you know it's getting bad. You can't.
Bro, this whole situation is
man.
really boggling my because how am I gonna blame like if I blame Russia, where do I get the problem fixed? Because right now we're sanctioning them, right? Like
That's a good question.
like how do we fix that problem? Like that don't
If
make no
it's
damn
all
sense.
Russia, how do you fix the problem? If it's not you, hey, not only do you not fix the problem, but hey, I can't fix it. It's not me. It's crazy.
Well, they're saying that the problem that the way they'll fix it is they're gonna now shift to other countries like OPEC, Iran, and I heard like some rumors that they're gonna even go to Venezuela. They're gonna go to our boy
Mhm.
Maduro over there and try to get some oil from them. Like
Oh,
I
that's
don't get it.
actually what I heard as well, right? So, Trump's
Uh,
interview was banned,
I'm
but
gonna
in
get
that
trained to this
interview,
one.
he actually mentioned that they are going to Venezuela to actually, work out there. You know how Trump feels about like what I mean, say whatever. But he had his point to make on that. So it seems like it's true. We have to verify if that's really happening, but I won't put it past this administration.
Yeah,
So
but Savory, what I don't understand, right? Like none of this is gonna help me right now. Now, hold on. Before we get
mm,
there, right? Like, how in the world did we not think that this was gonna come when they shut down the economy? Think about that.
mhm.
Like you right, isn't there was supposed to be ripple effects. You shut down the economy, you open it back up again. Is this gonna go away? Is this just are we
Yeah, I'm
overreacting?
now I'm with you, but this is next level though, right? This is why I think this is next level because, for example, you heard of the Keystone Pipeline,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I heard of
So
that.
they were, debating about this throughout the debates when he was running for president. So we got the Keystone Pipeline, and we got Biden, right, shutting that down, right? So that was one of his first order of business. So these are
Mhm.
direct things you're doing, added regulation. But I found out the government has a whole land that they are permitting fracking and they have leasing, open leases, from what I'm understanding. But because of the red tape and regulations, right, it's just much harder. So they weighing out if it's even worth it to drill, right? Again, it's a business decision, right? So if I'm trying to open a hot dog stand and you have a whole bunch of regulations, one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, I might not open the hot dog stand because it's just not worth it. So that's the battle here. But the Democrats are saying, hey, but there's a whole bunch of land to drill. Why aren't they doing it? Stop complaining. It's because the administration who came in put a whole bunch of red tape around these things, right? You see, there's a lot of nuances to the
That's
conversation.
dirty. That's dirty.
It's dirty, but you know,
But
you wash your
you're
hands.
saying it's a good thing. Oh no, you're saying okay, so it's a good thing to like play hot potato, but it still hurts us.
No, but the thing is there is a part but I tell people this is more complex than the presidency. Than blaming the president, better said, right? It's more
Okay.
complex than just
Okay.
blaming the president. I agree when people say that, but they are direct things that you can trace back. That is the president's fault why this is happening, right? Keystone Pipeline, permits. Russia plays a role
Well,
in it. I agree, but
some of his
it's more
rhetoric too,
complex.
like Joe Biden was talking about wanting to phase out fossil fueling and
Hmm.
now transition to now being more energy dependent, like more so like electric rather
Yeah.
than gas.
So think about this. Let me throw this little nugget out there.
Yeah, go for it.
This is for people to consider and think about. When Trump got in office, the price per barrel went all the way down to about $30. All right, that's price per barrel when we're purchasing. Now, remember, the U.S. has huge influence
Wait.
through trade.
It went down to 30? I only heard it like it went down to 40.
40, maybe fact check me on that. We'll pull that up. Let's see what we find.
That's
But let's
crazy,
use
though.
40,
That's
right?
still
But let's use
crazy.
40. Even if
That's
we use
still
40, I
crazy.
do think it's 30, but let's use 40. It went down to 40. Right
Mhm.
now, a barrel, you know the price of a barrel right now they're paying?
How much?
Take a guess.
Last time I saw it was like $100 a barrel.
Is $130 a barrel. That equates to $30 billion a year by American taxpayer dollars.
Oh my God.
All right. So again, do the math of what 30 would be. And do the math, and I'll let the people do this, and do the math of what 130 would be. The amount again, but whose fault is this? You're shutting down Keystone Pipeline helps us produce our own gas, and all these things is like, all right, it's a ripple effect. It's some responsibility on the president.
Yeah, and the thing is that drives me crazy is you shut down the Keystone Pipeline, one without criticism. There was like very little criticism from the
Did it
mainstream
on the
media,
low.
right?
Mhm.
But then at the same time, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna shut it down in the hopes of transition or going towards electric, going towards buying electric cars, going towards moving towards phasing out this kind of energy." And it's like, wait a minute, so you don't have the alternative. You're not ready with the alternative. So why are you shutting this damn thing down?
Mm.
That's the thing I don't understand. So why are you playing with my money? Right? Like it really doesn't make any damn sense to play with people's money like that.
It doesn't, man. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this, but Biden has a clip, right? Or his administration where he's washing his hands off this, right? Hey, there's almost nothing we can do, right? Now all the attention is on Putin and Ukraine. So now let's shift everything. And you saw what we just spoke about now for the past 10 minutes. What did we just speak about? These are personal things that our administration, America, did themselves. So you have to take into that account, but now the media is going to ignore that. Right? Let me give you another nugget. Biden halted oil gas leases for drilling in the name of climate change. I'm telling you. He halted it in the name of climate change. Normal leases for drilling.
You can't make this
Russia
up,
invaded
man.
Ukraine 2 days after that decision, by the way.
You can't make this up.
There's that
All
for
in
a
the name
nugget.
of
2
climate
days after
change.
that decision, Russia invaded Ukraine. Hey, I'm not saying that was the reason. I'm just throwing a nugget out there so people can kind of see and make their own conclusions to this. But that's interesting to me.
Yeah, and what are the people saying about this, right? Like, are they is the president getting some flack? Is he getting some kind of criticism? I know they say, well, presidents don't set the gas prices, but they definitely do set the tone, right? If you're speaking in a specific way, like Savery just mentioned, is that now the businesses are going to start operating a certain way because they're hearing the language. Am I right, Savery?
You are 100% right. You are 100% right. And now things are hitting the fan that talk about not being about left or right. there is few moments we got that in America, and I love those moments, right? Whether we agree or not, it's beautiful that we can kind of come and either celebrate or even criticize as a people the same thing for change. Right now, gas prices is that the administration is trying to hide it, but we're all on the same page. There's a few people who are like, "Oh, it's not whatever," There's always the anomalies, but for the most part, people know this is a problem.
Big time.
You get what I'm saying? And if we blame Russia, then you are just admitting that there's no solution to it. We have a chart, right? I'd love to pull this chart up as well, where is a chart of the gas prices from the time Biden got sworn in until now. All right. So you'll see a trajectory going up, 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 and up prior to anything connected to Russia and Ukraine, right? So again, that should also make you think, right? So
And I see here in the notes you said that Bet David predicts $10 for gas, $10 a
yo,
gallon, bro.
so Bet David
Where? Like
predicted
in
this. When did he made a video in July, if I remember correctly?
I'm going to make a case to you today why I believe gas prices in the next 24 months could potentially go to $10 per gallon. And yes, that's what I believe. $10 per gallon next 24 months based on a lot of different factors.
of
So
last
check
year.
this out, Macho. He made a video of July of 2021, and he said in 12 to 24 months, that's what he said, gas prices could be as high as $10. They looked at him crazy. He said that in July. We are how many months in? That's maybe like 6 months in, right? From July
It's-
2021.
Yeah, it's not even a year yet.
Right? We like 6 months in, and we're at some places, by the way, Beverly Hills, their gas prices are $7. Let me just throw that out there.
Yeah.
7 something. Now y'all can go look that up. I know that for a fact.
You get yourself together,
Mm-hmm.
you get your money right, and then all of a sudden you buy your car. You're feeling good about yourself. You're like, yeah, things are turning around. Pandemic hits, slaps you in the face. It hurts everybody. They shut the economy down. The previous president's like, no, I only said 30 days. Let's get it back open. They're like, no, let's chill.
I'm not going to front, Macho. I'm not going to front. I'm going to tell you something right now. I didn't like that Trump shut down the economy. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought, and you hear me talk about this often, and and I know you have your thoughts where in a certain way it was necessary, you've argued and stuff like that. I totally think it was like that. To shut down the entire economy, you just set a new precedence when a new virus comes out. And then he printed out money. He's not printing out as much as this administration's printing out or their ambition to
But he
print
set
out
the
trillions
tone.
of more dollars. But you set the tone. Why? You can't have it. And politics is tough. What I mean by that is you have to give and take, right? You got to negotiate. You got it. But I think he let too much go. You can't be printing that much money, bro. I saw how much money they used to print before. A big bill would be a few $1 billion. Now we're normalizing $1 trillion bills. And Biden is saying, this is the other speech he said, right? This is interesting here that he says inflation, now that we're talking about inflation, has nothing to do with the government printing money. Bro, you see, and those kind of lies, bro, bother me. The reason those lies bother me so much is because if enough people believe that BS, you're caught up thinking that the government could just print money. There's consequences to printing money, bro. Money doesn't come out of nowhere, right? I give people a quick example, bro. If you have $100 in your bank, if you have $100 in the bank, all right, and there's $10 million circulating, if somebody just prints 10 million more dollars, there's more people spending, right? There's more demand for different stuff. Spending habits change, and there's more money circulating. So the value of your $100 goes down. This is a real thing. To think that printing money has no effect, what world do you live in? If not, we would have been printing money. We don't live in a delusional world. You can't just print money.
Yeah,
Can't do it, bro.
It comes at a price, and we're paying that price now. We're paying the price. The fact that with this whole Russia-Ukraine situation, it looks like that has now exasperated our spending. It has exasperated. It's put us in desperation mode. It looks like to the point where now businesses are like, jack up the prices, because if we don't jack up the prices, we're not going to get our payout and all of this. We're going to get hit hard in taxes and transportation and all those kinds of things. So jack up now so we're ready for when this government figures it out. And it's like, you know, who gets hurt in all of this? We do.
Middle class, especially.
Yeah.
It's really most of the
And
country. It's
yeah.
80% of the middle class that gets hurt. Not the poorest of the poorest don't get hurt because they have. I won't say don't get hurt, right? Because people take all this out of context, but they have a cushion if they're getting a lot of support already from the government. The highest of the highest are just getting richer. But the average person who's making that from 40, 70, 80K, 90K, and they're living their life, you think that's a lot of money. Inflation affects them the most. You know what
Yeah.
inflation is? To keep
What
it
is it?
simple,
Yeah, what is
it's
it?
a hidden tax.
Oh, that's
That's
the
all
whole thing
inflation is.
that Milton Friedman was talking about.
It's a hidden tax, my brother. Think
Yeah.
about it. If everything costs 25, if everything tomorrow goes up $1, right? You just got poorer. It's that simple, bro. So now you
Savery,
just got poorer, bro.
Savery coming with the heat today. I see
Telling you, man. And it's
see
that
you.
simple. I like to explain to people. If everything goes up only $1, right? Just to give a simple example, what's happening is you just got poorer because your 40K a year, right? It's probably now worth 35K because of what you can do. Your money is only as strong as what you can buy with it, right? Imagine somebody's making 200K and cars cost 100K. Are you rich? You poor, bro, because you can't afford a car. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a
it's
fact.
all relative, bro. That's why inflation is a dangerous thing. By the way, do you know Saudi Arabia? Saudi's not picking up Biden's phone calls.
It's a narrow window to make it work, but still, that must have been really embarrassing for Biden. Can you imagine? He phones them and they don't pick up. He probably had to do that thing where you pretend that the other person did pick up. Haha, yes, MBS. My man. Yeah, Ukraine, that is why I'm calling. You got me, baby, yeah. Oh, I have been working out, yeah. This guy loves me, he loves me.
I was totally surprised. Trevor Noah actually said that this would not happen to Trump. Crazy.
Wait a minute. Trevor Noah said this would have never happened to Trump?
There's a clip of saying that, all right, he's not picking up his phone call. He's like, damn, that's crazy. They're not picking up the president's phone call. Would this happen to Trump? Even Trevor Noah said that would not happen. They're not picking up his phone call now. And that's Saudi. That's crazy.
According to the White House, this story is totally untrue. They deny it, which I would too. But either way, man, there is no denying that Saudi Arabia isn't playing ball with Joe Biden. And you know what? You can say what you want, but this would have never happened to Donald Trump. Never. Never. Never.
Russians were responsible. Russians were responsible.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great way to end this. So, hey guys, thanks for joining the conversation. Keep it locked right here at Drinks with the Nobody as we continue to talk about culture and politics over a drink. Catch you guys soon.